Hey guys, it's me, Batman. Today, on Past Our Bedtime, we're going to talk about everything jobs.
Like being a superhero.
Cora. Hi, Wendy.
Where's our drinks at?
Oh, yeah. So I have a special surprise for you today.
That's good because usually I drink tea before bed, but you said you had a surprise for me, so I'm ready
you're
to
going to like it.
see what it is.
So, as you know, I've been kind of sober curious, and you also have been a little bit sober curious. And what that definition is different to everybody. But
What is it?
what is it to me?
Yeah.
Being sober. Trying to figure that out.
Being curious about being sober.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, if I was to drink, it'd have to be a pretty special reason, like our girls' trip,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, a whole different place. Yep.
Yeah. So that has to be a pretty special reason. But anyway, my husband's been sober for 7 years, so cheers to him.
Woo,
Almost
cheers to
7
that.
years, yes. And so we often try to have non-alcoholic drinks in the house.
Yes.
And so I brought you a non-alcoholic drink that we could drink instead of tea.
Yay!
Yeah. So we order our drinks from Upside Drinks.
Yum.
They're absolutely amazing Canadian company. They have lots of different options, always have a sale, and it gets delivered right to your door.
Oh my gosh, so you're telling me I can get sangria delivered to my door whenever I want?
Yeah, 0% sangria and mojito. Yeah.
Mojito. Remember my muddle.
Anyway, Outside Drinks, reach out to us, sponsor us, because I love you guys, and you guys make my sober journey more experienced, or more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Better. Anyway, I do really love this because so many people kind of are so curious about being sober and how you can go sober for so long. And if there had options like this and this was just the norm, everyone would be so much healthier and probably happier, to be honest.
Yeah.
So cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Another episode of
Past Our Bedtime. Okay, let me know what you think of that.
Oh my God. You know what? It reminds me of sitting on the patio at Earl's.
Okay, try this one.
Okay, Switchies?
Yeah.
Have you had this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so awkward.
Whoa. That tastes like fresh.
Yeah.
That one's fresh.
Yeah. So Clever Mojito.
Oh, the aftertaste is very, very, very
I
much
know.
like I just drank a legit mojito.
I know, and I always get you can buy all these multi-packs, so you don't have to buy a case of something. You can buy lots of different kinds and different brands, and they put them together for you, and it's amazing.
This
anyway,
might
check
make
it out.
me act like I had a few actual wobbly pops.
Yeah.
One time I drank a thing of clam thinking it was...
Like Clamato juice?
I thought it was a Caesar. And I was chugging it, pretending I was getting drunk. And it was clam. And I was like, Wendy, you're drinking Clamato?
Just for you.
Anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about jobs, and kind of jobs that we have a lot of respect for.
Oh, yeah,
but
mad
we could never
Can never do.
ever do.
No, and bless these people's souls. You are needed in the world.
Yes.
I value you. I respect you, but I could never just wake up every day and go do that job.
No. And yeah, we'll get into it more.
Yeah.
But there's just some things I just couldn't do. So,
Okay.
but I want you to go first because I want to
sounds
see
good.
if you start off strong with one of the ones I have on my list.
Should I start off strong, or should I work my way up?
Work your way up.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So there are people that work for politicians, and that.
We're getting political on this podcast.
We're not.
Okay.
So you know when there's politicians doing on live location and doing their spiel, and then there's always people standing in the back.
Yeah.
The person that has to find the people to stand in the back, I could never. Hey, hey, do you want to stand behind so and so and sound like, you know, look enthusiastic and agree with what they're saying?
I totally feel like I could do that job.
I know you could.
I'm like a salesperson at heart, I think. I would sell them so hard.
I know.
15 minutes of fame.
They're called potted plants, the people that stand behind the politicians, just to let you know.
Potted plants.
Yeah.
See, I really try to stay away from politics, which lots of people might come at me for saying, but
You should know a little about something.
I should. Scott Moe.
But this is not a podcast about politics or politicians. Just finding people to stand behind them.
Yeah, do you remember though how you got mad at that guy for his political views at the resort? No. When you're like, that is not my anyway, the people who were there will remember.
Will they?
Yeah, because you were like, he said that, oh, you have such a good premiere or whatever, and you're like, no!
Scott Moe, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay, your turn.
Okay. My very first one that I could never do, and I've done it, that's how I know I can't do it, is be a waiter.
Oh, you would be so bad at it.
I can't remember shit. I can't remember anything, and so I would always have to have a pencil and a pen to write it down.
Yeah.
And if somebody asked me as I was walking, no way as shit I'm coming back to that table. I don't remember unless I took
You
out my
get
pen.
sidetracked. You're a little ADHD, aren't you? And you get sidetracked.
I
You're like,
know.
holy cow, I forgot that guy's gravy.
I know, and that's so true. Like in my sleep, wake up at 12. Fuck, that's why you tip me bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, but when I was first a waiter, I was actually a server, a banquet.
I think you'd be a
server.
waitress.
Yeah, but I was sorry. I was a waitress, but a banquet waitress. So they like give you the food, and you go out and you just give the food to all the table.
Did you have to wear gloves?
No, not at this point. And so my very first shift ever, they gave me a tray, and these trays are like literally
They're massive.
like this big.
Yeah.
And they put like 6-7 dishes on my tray and sent me out. And for some fucking reason, they sent me out with all the special dietary trays.
Oh,
so all the
so
vegetarians, all the
mad.
gluten-frees, and I walked out and instantly spilled all of everything all over the floor, and the whole event went silent. There was like 200 people there.
Oh my
And they all
God.
stared at me.
Oh, no.
And then my manager came. She's like, it's okay. Get to the kitchen. And guess who was just so mad at me? All the cooks. Because
yeah.
they hadn't prepared any. They have extras of everything else, but not the specialty ones.
Yeah. What was your joke? Because I feel like you would say some sort of funny joke after.
There was no joke. My heart was broken.
Oh,
That was my
yeah.
first day. It was like one of my first
That sounds tragic.
jobs. Yeah, and like people joked about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was like, haha, but I never did it again. They never let me do it again after that. So anyway, I just can't touch dirty plates. I can't think about touching other people's spit, and props to you guys. That's why I always
Props to
leave
you.
a really good tip, because you're touching my dirty plate, and I don't even like touching my dirty plates.
And
So
and you were like, there's some rude people out there.
yes, some
Right?
hardcore
And you have
Karen.
to pretend.
Sorry, everyone who's named Karen.
Yeah, well, and waitresses and waiters just have to pretend and still keep it like together, even though
Yes.
somebody's just so rude to them. So, like, props to you. Mine, any type of job that I would have to go and fix people's mistakes, like maybe in construction, like so they like built something and you had to like take it apart and figure out what went wrong. Like,
Yeah.
kill me.
No, like
I could
like,
never.
It's kind of like being an engineer. Like what is that job? Like that's so hard. Yeah.
And I don't want to fix other people's mistakes.
Yeah, and then what happens if you make a mistake after fixing the mistake? Then the mistake
Loser.
fixer is
You look like a loser.
yeah, you look like the mistake now.
Yeah. Then I'm the mistake. I can't. What's yours?
Oh my god. My next one is a job that I should be doing every day, but I literally cannot. So I hired a company called Poo Crew.
Oh, yes. I could never.
So I know. I never clean. I can't even do it for my own dogs.
know.
But these people, bless their souls, thank God they do this, because it's the dread of my existence. And I don't even know why I have the 2 biggest dogs of life, because that's a lot of poop to clean up.
Yeah.
But I literally pay these people to come clean my yard every week.
Once a week.
Once a week they come and clean my yard. Yep.
How long do they last? Like, how long do they clean for?
Well,
Because
They do
maybe
the-
I'm interested.
yes, they do the spring clean for me. So I usually stop in the winter instead of paying every month, and then they come and do a spring clean, which is quite a bit more money.
Because there's more turds.
Yes, but they were there for like 3 hours cleaning poop.
Yeah, but then you
him
have
and
to do
another
it.
person.
Is it worth it? Is it worth your dollar?
Oh, yes. And I literally
Shout out to them again. Who are
saved
they?
money. It's called the Poo Crew. But I almost don't want to give that away because like they're so busy. They took so long to come to my house to clean because there's so many people that want their yards fixed.
Well,
But
'tis the season.
you know what? My yard's fixed now. You can give them a call. Poo Crew. Because I could not do that. So cringe.
I love it. Okay, I have a long list. Should I do 2?
You do too now because I.
Okay, because you're gonna agree with this one.
Okay.
People who have to pick up abused animals. Right? You could never.
No, I would be so depressed.
It'd be such a sad job.
I literally just saved a bunny the other day.
Yeah, and you got hives from touching it.
I did, but like, it was
I
so
laugh at you.
cute. Fuck you for touching that rabbit.
Fluffy butt.
Yeah, I called him Fluffy Butt, and he was just hanging out outside, and I've been trying to touch a bunny for years in Stonebridge. They're everywhere, and I went to go touch this bunny, and he wasn't even moving, and then he let me touch him, and then I tried to feed him, and then I realized he was blind, and his leg didn't
How
work.
do you know he was blind?
Because somebody across the street was moving a garbage bin, and he got spooked, but he started running, and he just ran right into me, and he didn't know I was there. And then again, when I went out to go get him to actually take him somewhere, he was just sitting in the middle of the road, had no idea. And I went up, and a car was coming, so I was just standing there, and I was like booping his little butt to try and make him move.
Booping his little butt.
But he kept on like jumping one way and then the other way and then the other way, and then came back and like would jump into me. So finally I just stood there, and the car like went around me and was like smiling like, oh, you
saved a bunny.
Yeah, but you're gonna get rabies.
I licked a dead raccoon once. I didn't get rabies, so we're fine.
Yeah, even me taking that rabbit to go get rehabilitated.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like even that job's hard because it's like you're taking these animals that could have been like abused or like hit by a person or whatever.
Yeah.
And then fixing them. But like actually going to like someone's house.
Yeah, and like seeing the environment there.
Yeah.
Could never. Okay.
No, so sad.
A truck driver. I could never be a truck driver. Like, I need the goods. Bring me the goods. But, like, bless your soul. But imagine driving a double wide semi.
No, and I'm scared.
Not knowing where
I'm
you're going in new
semis.
cities. Yeah.
Like, one hit me once. Like, not me, but the car I was in. Yeah. And it was just spooky for the rest of my life.
Say that again? What was spooky for the rest of your life?
Getting hit by a semi. It's spooky. So now they're
every time you're by one, it's
yes,
like,
I'm like speeding. I'm like, ooh, fast as I fucking can go. Oh my god. Anyway, I hate semis, but like honestly, some people love that job.
I know
because they're like just sitting and they just get to travel the world.
Good for those people, but you blow a tire, you have to pull over, you have to hit deadlines. What if something happens to the merchandise? What if it's a windy day and you're like trying to drive and it pulls it? Like, I could never do that job.
No, me neither. No, that's a hard one.
Okay, you're
hard past. Yeah.
Okay.
I could never be a doctor. There's lots of reasons why I can't be a doctor. Even if I wanted to be, I couldn't.
Oh, it's so funny. Like, so many things are going through my brain right now.
I know, but like a brain surgeon, no.
Yeah.
Like even like people who deliver babies, like it's supposed to be a magical thing, but like, ew.
But some people like live for it. Like that's what they were meant
Yes, and they're saving lives. That's so, and it's so heroic, and it's like literally like being a superhero, like Batman and freaking Robin. Like,
cheers.
That's
to them.
literally what being a doctor's like.
Absolutely.
But I just like couldn't do it. I'm too queasy. I like, probably would need like way more schooling just to even get to that level of smartness. Like,
shout out to Derek from college.
yeah, Derek, because he passed me my maths.
Yeah, your accounting. Yeah,
he's the best. Anyway, so I couldn't be a doctor, and I'm so grateful for the people who are doctors. And yeah,
me too. I'm grateful for the doctors too.
Yeah, what would we do without them?
Not live.
Dead
Without
our doctors. So thanks, doctors.
Okay, I got 2, but I'll start with the first one. A teacher. I could never be a teacher. Like, you have way more students than you can actually handle in one room, and you're teaching them how to read. And,
and I don't know how to
math. Like, I'm like, my son's learning how to read, and I'm just like, he's like, the. I'm like, yeah, the.
No, it's
like,
the.
I'm like, today, Junior. Like, oh my God, I can't handle it. Like, kudos to you. But my son's teacher sent an email out a couple months ago and was like, hey, you know, we're running a little bit low on Kleenex or tissue or whatever. And I was like, done. I'm going to buy her a whole case. Like, I sent, I think, 4 boxes. What else do you need? You need duotangs. You need 4 different colors for each of these kids. You need 32 sets of 4 colored duotangs for these kids. Done. These snotty-nosed kids need more markers so that they can read what you're writing on the whiteboard. Done.
Yeah.
I will get you whatever you need, teacher, because you are helping my child. And what?
They are also creating kids to potentially become doctors.
I know.
I know. So the fact that we're not thinking more about our kids and our future,
Or the teachers.
like the teachers are like almost to a degree like
as important as the doctors.
yes, because without
Absolutely.
them there would be no doctors.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I could be a
Cheers.
teacher though.
Could you? Like
Yeah.
7 to 8 hours
Yeah.
a day, every single day.
Yeah.
What age group?
I would stop at like grade 5, so pre-K to 5, and then I would maybe do grade 11 and 12.
Wow.
But anything in between that I would not do. But
Like-
I would prefer like preschool, kindergarten, maybe grade 1.
Yeah.
Like the easy stuff that I actually know how to do.
Well, you're really entertaining.
And yeah, and when I used to coach kids soccer, 2 to 5 years old,
Yeah.
I used to have parents come up to me all the time and be like, you need to be a teacher. Like, the way you can make all, like, 15 of these fucking 2-year-olds listen to you is, like, unbelievable.
But it's true. Like, you really are good with kids. I never wanted kids for the longest time. So,
Yeah.
like, people like you, I'm almost like, ooh, like,
Ew.
you like that? You
Yeah.
like being in a group with all those kids? Now that I have my own, it's a little bit different. I can value and I can see the potential in
Yes.
kids now. I'm a little
Yes.
bit different. But, and like teaching a sport to a child or a group of children for an hour or two, maybe
little
I could do
different.
it, but not
Yeah.
to be a teacher.
I think I could. And like my uncle and auntie are teachers, but they're in high school teachers and they love it. And like I think it would be like really awesome. And like at one point when I first quit my job, Brad's mom reached out and was like, hey, we're looking for like TAs if Wendy's like interested or whatever. And I really, really considered it. I was like, maybe I should like just go help them out.
Yeah, you'd be really good at it.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't actually do it. But I have 3 kids, and sometimes I see your kids, so
Yeah.
it's almost like a school already. That's
Oh my
5
God,
kids.
My kids love you. If they knew that I was here right now, they'd be like, why didn't you take us?
Yeah.
Okay. And then my last job that I have on this list kind of ties into this is a swimming teacher. I could never. It is already chaotic. Like my youngest is in swimming lessons.
Yeah.
There are multiple different lessons going on at once. The pool's already loud. You have these little snot-nosed kids that are not listening to you.
Drowning.
And you're trying to teach them how to swim.
Yeah.
And you're in a bathing suit.
Yeah, and it's like dangerous. Like, they could drown. They don't know how to swim.
Well,
That's why they're there.
Yeah, but also everyone's staring at you. The parents are literally staring at you because
Yeah.
you're like teaching their kids and they think it's like really cute. Like, yuck.
Yeah, I
could never.
think I could do that too, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
We're different people.
Yeah, I could also do that. But that politician person, no, couldn't do that.
Okay, so what's your dream job?
Oh, well, I don't, Cora, this is like hard to say because for a really long time, my dream job was moving somewhere hot,
Yep.
being some kind of tour guide where I toured the most beautiful places in the world. Oh my God, this
Aren't
drink's
they so good?
It's good. It's giving me gas though.
Yeah, like burpy a little.
Yeah, like I'm actually
Yeah, they're
drinking.
a little bit fizzy. They're like a fizzy mojito and a fizzy sangria.
Yeah, it's
but delicious.
Yeah. Anyway, so I would really wanted to be a tour guide in somewhere beautiful, or even start my own tour company where we can do all
Yeah.
that stuff. But now that I'm settled into my life, I'm married, I like have 3 step kids, you know, I have like recently changed what I think my dream job is. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think like right now I might
Be doing it?
be doing it.
Oh,
I
cheers to you.
I know, it's
Wow.
crazy.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks. And I've done a lot of jobs, like my last 2 jobs. Like I really enjoyed, and they're really like fun jobs to have.
Yeah.
There's some circumstances though that just made it not a fit for me. But I was really blessed to have those fun and outgoing jobs for a while. But
Yeah.
having the freedom to have my own business, and for those of you that don't know, I have my own social media managing marketing business where I run local businesses, social media in and around Saskatoon. So I work with lots of local businesses and I help do their social media so they can do things like manage their own business. And to me, just creating the content is so much fun, and managing my hours so I could be home with the kids and eat supper with them, whereas before I would never make it home on time. And
Yeah.
I'm no longer super stressed because I could manage my own things without other people telling me what to do.
Yeah.
And I could do stuff like this with you and have
Aw.
time to, and it's fun. Like I
Yeah.
really enjoy creating. So this is currently my dream job.
I'm super duper happy for you.
Thanks, super duper. Yeah, so I don't know. Other than that, like if social media wasn't a thing, like
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe being a full-time mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
That sounds good.
It's like no money, but you know.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd be a stay-at-home mom with no kids at home.
Yeah, okay. With no kids at home. Excluded. What are you doing? OnlyFans? Selling feet pics? How are you getting that
just
money?
being a homemaker, living off the land. No, I don't know.
I mean, you could do that.
I can do that. Yeah, I could do that. But I could say what my dream job is, but then that would change. I literally like change. I embrace change. So like
Same.
next year at this time, my dream job could be something completely different. I'm like ADHD, undiagnosed ADHD, and like I need to
Same.
learn new things. I need to do different things. I need to, be in different places. But I guess maybe having some sort of schedule, like a hybrid schedule where I would, work alone, but also work with people.
Yeah, that's the best. That's like
Yeah.
kind of like my job too. Like I'm alone, but I schedule time to go in and get content and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just-
important to see people once in a while.
Get out of the house.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But I guess if I like really wanted to put some effort in, like looking back now, I wish I would have done some things different maybe in my younger years, because then I have a lot of value to add to the world, and I feel like I could have been a doctor.
Really?
Yeah, like I wanted to be a doctor when I was little, and I feel like I was at one point smart enough to be a doctor.
But do you think that's a dream job? I feel
No.
like that would be like a lot of
Yeah.
time and energy away from your kids,
Right.
or no kids if that was your dream job.
Yeah.
But
also, I'm like working for the CIA, but it's called the Canadian Surveillance Intelligence Service. Like, being like was someone like that, I feel like I would love that.
real life Batman.
I love it. Like,
Yeah.
stuff like that. What else do I have on my list? Oh, I think I could have been a wrestler at some point.
Shut up. Oh my God. We need to tell our friend Gary Nickel.
Okay.
He has a show on Dufferin Ave Media Network.
Yeah.
Called Your Show, and he loves wrestling.
Really?
Yeah, so maybe
I feel like I could have been a wrestler
I think
in a
you
life.
legit you still can be probably.
I'm
Maybe
really
we should
old.
do like a
Oh, a
skit. And I
Yeah.
could be you could be Batman and I could be Robin.
No, I already have a wrestling name.
What's your wrestling name?
Hard, mean Cora. Means my middle name.
Mine would be Bendy Wendy. Bending
And you'd be like the mom
bending
off
them over
of.
my knees. Spanking.
my
You said
God.
mama.
Oh, jeez. I just think it's hilarious. I also feel like I could have been an interior designer at some point in my life, too.
Okay. Speaking
But I
of,
hate clutter.
Speaking of interior designing,
Yeah.
both of my kids right now want to be an interior designer, and I asked my cousin what she wants to be, an interior designer. I was like, why does every girl around the age like 6 to 12 want to be an interior designer right now?
6 to 12?
Like, it's literally weird. That's like,
Why are they thinking about jobs in the future
I don't know.
at that age?
And like even Emma, I'm like, Emma, like you really, really love cheerleading. Why wouldn't you try and make a job out of cheerleading? Like you start
Yep.
your own cheer gym, like do something that you actually like doing You don't have, you know what I mean? And Kalla's in grade 6. She's already looking at high schools. And she wants to go to Centennial because they have an interior design class.
Oh, that good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do. I said that they should be sister interior designers and do billboards with their, like, back-to-back, like this. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, so, but anyway, so interior designing is a hot job, which is going to be very competitive when they all grow up and are all interior designers.
Do it. Is there a job that you could have done in the past before you found your dream job? You're like, you know what? If I could have done things differently, I should have done that. You're still really young.
A job? Well,
Or a career.
no, like my career, like a career in sports and recreation, like I really, really enjoy, or tourism in some way. Like the school path I went on, I really do enjoy, and I really
Me too.
would like a job like that. When you have kids, though, the sport industry is really hard to be in because you're working
Yep.
evenings, weekends, nonstop.
Yeah, because that's when you do the recreation and leisure activities is after school
Yes.
hours or on weekends. And so, yeah, it takes a lot out of, a mom.
Yes. So, like, if I went back and could have started maybe that sooner, so I could have got more out of it. But I did a bunch of other random things in between that, which
Yeah.
is good because I met Brad and all this other
Yeah,
stuff. But
absolutely.
yeah, I would like to like really go far in like sports and like be some like crazy like manager at some kind of sport place and
Yeah,
doing the events there.
like Caitlin.
Yeah, like Caitlin at the Oilers. Shout out to Caitlin at
You
the
are
Oilers.
killing it. We went to college with her and she's killing it.
She's killing it. She was like the first woman to run an NHL game in the history of NHL games.
Oh.
It was crazy.
You want to hear a story about the Oilers?
Yes.
When I first moved to Edmonton, I graduated high school and thought I was going to, move away and never go back, whatever.
Yeah.
So me and my friend went to one of the clubs out in Edmonton. And mind you, I'm 18, like 18, 19. So very young.
Yeah, just a youngin'.
Just a baby. And she knew everybody and she got us into this club or whatever. And some of the Oilers were there. I don't even know who they were, okay? And at this point in time, you could still like smoke in bars because it was so long ago. And we were actually talking to one of the Oilers. Well, she was talking to one of the Oilers. I was just kind of like, not even a wingman. I was just like the shadow that nobody wanted to pay attention to. And he was like waving his cigarette around and he burnt me on my hand. And I stuck my hand in his drink to like stop it from burning.
Yeah.
And everyone around me was like astonished that I put my hand in this Oilers drink. And I was like, I don't care who this fucking guy is.
burnt my hand.
He burnt my hand. And then we got kicked out.
Oh my God. Once I got a lit cigarette in my eye. And it,
In your eye?
yeah, and it burned a bunch of layers of my retina, and I had to go to the hospital, and then I couldn't see. That's when I worked at the Bay, another job I wouldn't do again. And I had to take a week off and then go back. But my eyes were still adjusting, so I felt like I was drunk all the time. Like it kept on like blurring in and out and in and out. Anyway, moral of the story is don't go to a party where people are smoking and waving them around, you know?
Yeah, I feel like smoking's not a thing anymore, though. Or is it?
I think it is.
I just don't go out. I don't go anywhere or do anything.
Yeah, and I'm quite allergic to smoke, so I think I notice it a lot.
Okay.
When I'm out.
Yeah.
And also my mom still smokes, and I'm around Gary who smokes, and
Yeah.
lots of smokers. But you know what? Stop. Save your lungs. Stop smoking. That was aggressive.
That was aggressive.
All right.
Okay.
Me-
Well, that's the end of this episode.
How do we end it on a good note? I have my dream job.
Yes. Let's cheers to Wendie. Super duper happy for you. Shaboot!
We gotta play that video for them sometime. And I'm actually, maybe if I could figure it out, gonna insert the Shaboot video now.
Man, Joe out here, one shoe, one boot. Shaboot! My man Shaboot!
And if you didn't see it, it's because I don't know how to edit that well yet. Okay, cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.